Oh boy. Okay, I got it again. I could do some Blender or piano or work on my project. The multitude of projects that I have going. Um, yeah, let's write, I guess. Okay. I don't know why I streamed. I don't know why. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Oh boy. Oh God. Oh shit. Um. Oh no. You don't have to be entertaining. Oh no. Hi. Okay. Um. I should set up chat on a separate. Sorry, I know I'm not cutting the music currently. I will fix that in just a moment. There. Set this to live chat. Okay. So I think I should just try to write a new scene. I think I should just try to write a new scene. Can you check out the beat I posted in the Discord? Okay. Oh my goodness. It's very dramatic. Or wait, how loud is this? Okay, it's not too loud. Very surreal and dramatic. Oh, I like the shift in tone. Hmm. Yeah, it's very dynamic. I like the range of depth that you explore with the different use of instruments, and it leaves me feeling impressed. Wowzers! Thank you for sharing. Okay, um, what should I do? Alright, let's just try to write a new scene. Wow, it sounded like a finished product to me. I mean, like, honestly, it literally sounded like a. Um, let's just write a physics scene, like, or just I don't want to. I don't know what I want to write, but I. Why am I so nice? Because I practice patience. It's all about patience. And I try to treat everyone like they just left the psych ward for the first time. 'Cause like I don't. It's a weird enough. Okay, let me explain. When I first had to go to the grocery store after being uh, unadmitted, or sorry, there's like a really loud noise of a truck driving by, and it's still there. When when I left the psych ward um back in January, I just I was in bewilderment at how foreign the outside world was when I was like going grocery shopping. And it left me feeling very emotionally vulnerable, even though all I was doing was just standing around, like just picking like items up. And it just made me realize that I have to treat everyone as if like they are me, like they are sensitive and vulnerable and need care. And so I try to just, with every interaction I have with a person, like approach it with uh, a degree of sincerity that allows me to really like I don't know, um, just to see the humanity in people and I don't know, kind of interior physics class or meow meow. True, 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 true. Gee, Don't Look at Me That Way by Umi Tora. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Don't look at me that way. Dun 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 dun. Da 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 da. Dan the dandelion sways to the current when then it seeds. With its seeds spreading across spreading throughout the air as a stem, Latin stem. It's Boldman. Da 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 Bum 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 bum. I need to look at my transcripts, so I'm gonna do something real quick. Don't look at me that way. Don't Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh, okay. The dandelion symbolizes the rebirth of. Why do I speak? Why do I speak? Oh my god, why do I speak? Why do I speak? Why do I speak? Oh, my shirt is so dirty. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's like a feather or something. What is this? Oh my goodness. It's like a. What is that? It's like a feather. Oh my goodness. And it floats like a feather too. Okay. Da 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 da. It's pulsing. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh, Kaneki Ken. Today we will stream so much. We will stream so much today. Today we will stream. We will stream the pulse of its green streaks. Fade as in fade. Phase. Phase as in. Ah, 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 um, 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 I should cry. As a crying, as a whiteboard catches the highlights of a Let's Playing, the pulse of it. Fears for a moment as the future walks past. Shadow walks past. Spirit. Swiss. You'll remember that we had our last what was the last class about? Me. I'm so stupid. Platonically? Who the fuck? Um, I'm sorry for cursing. I'm so stupid slash positive. Da 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 da. Yukata Yamada, my beloved. He turns around. He faces away from the students. No, turns away. It can be bad. It can be bad. Oh my goodness. I need a chill, 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 chill. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Starbound soundtrack, save me. Starbound soundtrack, save me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Living in the fever dream. Sorry. Mm. Ah, the frustration. I am crying current. Oh my god, my phone's about to die. I'm crying currently. I'm crying currently. I'm crying currently. I'm crying. I'm crying. The tears, they won't stop. They're pouring. They're pouring onto my desk, onto my phone, and my phone's about to electrocute me because I will die. I will explode. I will explode. Anyways, I will explode. Oh my goodness. I will live forever. Nothing will stop me from living forever. I will live forever. I will live forever. It'd be me when I feel fine. Me when I feel fine. Do you feel fine though? I hope so. Because I do actually feel fine, I think. That would be strange if I was remember. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. There we go. Oh my goodness. Starbound. meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Why am I shaking? Oh my goodness. I should fucking. Sorry for. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Why are there so many flies in my room? Why do I speak? Hmm. Sorry. I don't feel anything.
World comprised of nothing but myself. I don't feel, I don't feel, I don't hear, I don't see, I don't love, I don't mourn, because there's no one to mourn but me. Stars lost in the
around my head. Move, 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 move. Be touched, be touched, be touched, be touched. Glass of water in my hand. Getting out of it, getting out of it. Because there's no one to mourn but me.
Stars lost in the fever dream,
This is so silly. This is so silly. Touched, touched, touched. I no more yearn. Alone, alone. What? Dun, 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 dun.
What defines me as something other than a grain of sand? I feel something beating in my chest. Knock, 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 and the sound gets louder. Every touch I make with someone else, like spores it spreads. Lost myself when I lost you on a train to nowhere. I can feel the distance separating us from stars. Or is it just me? I wonder again. All my love feels misplaced at fantasies I created. I want someone to hold my hand, but after years of waiting, is this an ending nightmare? Nothing came. Knock, knock, knock. We have met before, but I can't quite
Recall the thing we had, cause I've been everywhere. It's the blah blah blah. My own, cause I've been everyone, and everyone's been me. I see it now. How I don't get a thing about the world, but maybe it's not that important. Oh my goodness. That's what I thought, but you changed me. Oh, you found me. Oh, you found me inside the closet. You found me. Bring you back. I've seen the world around. I've seen the world revolving round and round and round.
I feel everything pass by, slipping out of my hands. Tired of crying, tired of running away, but I'm not opting for an easy way. I have to find someone
Who gave me a name?
this time I'm not alright with this. I am not created just to be shunned away. I am not created just to hunger for death. I am not created just to turn into sand. This world and me, we are the same, are we?
need an M dash. Dude, this fly! Oh my goodness! This fly will be the death of me! Dude, this fly, oh my goodness. I'm tactile and devoid of impressions. Broken hell hidden in the sand. And I don't feel. I don't feel, thus I can't feel. And I just want. Round and round it spins. Yes, Eleanor? I'm content with my place in the universe this time. This. Oh God. Oh heck. There's like something on my leg. It's bizarre.
It's just like the closet, so cold, alone, 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 alone. Everything I wanted was to be found, so I look for you, Everything I ever wanted was to be found, so I
I saw my sister cry.
as near miss was open as
As I was lost in the universe.
silence, the thought never left my head. Even if I gave up and closed my eyes, I still wouldn't snap into place. A puzzle piece from a different picture to collect and hang on the wall to remind you that you was born special, that you was born special. But fuck that, we didn't
The energy produced by fission dies.
Then what of longing, or affection, pain and grief? I can't describe these, yet I know they're in my breast. What are they? Without substance, as mist is. In that case, man is only air as well.
I've been somebody, but I can't quite remember who. I tend to be forgetful at times like this with these sort of things. But does it even matter? Does it even matter if my memory didn't bother leaving a note? I can't recall the name, I can't recall the context. Although my heart feels somewhat sober, but does it even matter? Does it even matter? Is there anything special about having a name? I wonder if my existence depends on people around, or am I someone's doll again? La 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 to what extent I'm human when I am just a product of improbable chances aligning just the right way. I can't pick my own name, I can't give names to others, although myself feels somewhat sovereign. But does it even matter? Does it even matter if I'm anything special, or if I'm nothing at all? I'm fine with being whoever and got nothing to gain. I seem to enclose to have a name. La
Como peces en la mar, nadamos, 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 following you. Let's reread the scene.
A happy throng. If only I could see, upon free land, a people truly free. Then, to the passing moment, I might say, "You are so beautiful. I bid you stay. The traces of my life can never be effaced from human memory." As I anticipate my vision, this is now the moment of my highest bliss.
Hello. Oh, what a wonderful world. So I'm gonna read the scene again because I don't. Ah, ah. Sorry, there's like people speaking. It's like bothering me. Yippee, yippee, yippee. The dandelion, were blooming, sways to the current of the wind, then to the kick of a student, with the seed spreading throughout the air as a line descends the rings. A whiteboard catches the highlights of Ellis Lane. The pulse of its green streaks disappears for a moment as a shadow walks past, obscuring the source of light. But if you're going to discuss the energy originating from the star, you have to discuss nuclear reactions. Ella's gaze follows its movements as the teacher paces back and forth along the front of the classroom. Right, nuclear reactions, and two types of nuclear reactions. Her hands rest beside a multitude of colored pencils, lifting briefly to straighten their angle and parallel to her composition book. The two types of nuclear reactions are fusion and fission. She writes both words down in a composition book, picking up a color pencil for each word. Right, I'm going to write that down. Fusion and fission. The teacher turns as the squeaks of Mark combat the volume of Ella's fire. Fusion, fission. His body obscures the words written on the right board. The word, the writing. Going to put that down. Turns around, smiling. Shows the only for it to fade dramatically as she frowns. Alright, I think that's perfect. The horror stricken across her face emboldened itself through the widening of her eyes and the opening of her mouth. So, as we discussed, the energy kicked out of the sun is going to be called the nuclear energy process. Along the whiteboard, the word fusion and fission takes on the colors of blue and red respectively, while Ella frantically attempts to erase the opposite colors along her own paper. Right. The nuclear energy process. Her mouth trembles as her fire expands with bright, saturated reds. She begins to cry. So then the next... What? So the next... Oh, the next thing. So then the next thing we're going to come to terms with is what is fusion? What is a fusion process? Sounds of a desk jolting in place interruption. Ella stands and raises her hand, panting. Ah, yes, Eleanor? She lowers her hand to the height of her mouth, covering it as she clears her throat, and lowers it further as she grabs her other arm. Sorry, I'm not acting whatsoever right now. The hesitation in her voice disappears. She exclaims, "The colors! I mean, they're reversed!" The teacher looks back to the board, then back at her. Giggles fill the near silence. Well, He layers his throat for a moment. She begins to speak again, pointing at herself. The energy produced by fission is merely a fraction of fusion. Blue would be more appropriate. What direction do I want to take the scene in? So like I was thinking like another student could like interrupt and be like, haha, R word or something, or like I don't know. It's just like I was thinking like, oh, what a wonderful world. Oh, what a wonderful world. Da 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 da. I have captured the lightning. Um, but I could also. It's just so like there's two. So the objective is that Ella wants to have order. Ella wants order, and she's distressed by the discoloration, or rather the different colors of the whiteboard, the teacher's definitions and her own definitions, and like murmur, murmur. They should, they should like, they should like. Um, murmur. No, I don't want to take it in that direction. Now that I think about it. Oh, what a wonderful world! I have captured the lightning. I have captured the lightning. Oh wait, did I not respond to Honey Bun? Sorry. I feel like I didn't. Hi. What's up? The sky, the ceiling, the roof, the clouds, heaven, etc. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Limitations, bodies only hold us back.
I am the Antichrist to you. He grabs an eraser.
I don't feel anything. World comprised of nothing but myself. I don't feel, I don't feel, I don't hear, I don't see, I don't love, I don't mourn, because there's no one to mourn but me. Stars lost in the fever dream, living in abandoned house, closet light, getting out of it. In my sleep I dream about once more. Getting out of it. I don't feel, I don't feel, I don't feel, I don't feel out of it. Getting out of sleep once more. I don't feel, I don't feel, I don't feel, I don't feel out of it. Getting out of it. Getting out of it. I just getting out of sleep and watch the world above myself.
Move, move, move. Bro, this finger on my leg is going to kill me. Dude, dude. Find me, I'll be dying. I'll be dying. In my starless world, alone, 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 alone. I got it! A trapezoid! Dude, my leg is crying. You can do this. Anything is possible. PogChamp. Dude, I don't like this. I think I wrote all I could today, so I'm going to stop writing. Stop writing. Is it Christmas? Sometimes I should. Well, wait. Let me check. Let me actually just check instead of just speaking without evidence. Present. The 16th I streamed twice. The 11th I streamed 3 times. The 10th I streamed twice. The 5th I streamed twice. The 3rd I streamed twice. The 2nd yeah, I stream twice all the time. Oh, you're still cleaning? Oak. I hope you finish soon.
What defines me as something other than a grain of sand? I feel something beating in my
Oh, when you're able to be in the. Oh, sorry.
knock
My bad. I should just stream for longer hours so that it's all just like more people can join when they're available. Towards it spreads.
Lost myself when I lost you on a train to nowhere. I can feel the distance separating us from stars. Or is it just me? I wonder again.
My leg is going to kill me. It's going to kill me, I said.
All my love feels misplaced at fantasies I created. I want someone to hold my hand, but after years of waiting, is this an ending nightmare? Nothing
Okay.
came.
Knock, knock, knock.
We have met before, but I can't quite recall the name you had. But I feel something so familiar in that voice, like it's my own. 'Cause I've been everyone, and everyone been me. I see it now, but still it's puzzling how I don't get a thing about the world. Like maybe it's under my nose, maybe it's not that important. Born to die or reject, that's what I thought. But you changed me, oh you changed
Hmm.
me, oh
I don't know what to do.
found me.
I'm like, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Well, at least I completed that one scene today. That was good. It's just I don't think I have the strength to tackle the entirety of like Red Ribbon. I don't know. It's like I literally don't have the same level of fluidity when making the story anymore, and it kind of sucks if it's really bad. Oh my goodness. Ah, me too, Toa. I've been feeling so depressed and overstimulated, just haven't been able to do anything. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I do get it. I do get it. Sorry, I feel like my response was not empathetic enough. So let me express the fact that sorry. I'm really sorry that you're experiencing that because like I've been there multiple times, including right now, and like I hope that some level of my streams can apply uh, supply some amount of reprieve or reprieve, however it's pronounced, for your sorrow and lack of ability. Sorry, I'm not doing justice to. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Hey, I like that for you. That's a good system. Um, well, I hope you continue to stream because like sorry, I hope you I said did I say stream? I meant to say clean. Oh my goodness. Um, so yeah, I will try to be entertaining. And with that in mind, I will open Blender, I think. We're going to try and do that cinematic black hole again. Dude, this fly.
into our volumes, basically give them more fidelity and more detail. Then I'm going to
Oh wait, I know what I can do. Sorry, I'm just trying to create a system.
into our volumes, basically give them more fidelity and more detail.
We're gonna try and make another black hole. Yippee! Yippee! Another black hole! Yippee! I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. We're making another black hole. We're making another black hole. This will be for the Vive
What's up,
5000.
everybody? Welcome
Oh
back to
my
the
god.
channel.
The Vive 5000 deconstructing the human ego animatic that I never finished and can finish if I just make this black hole. Because like that needs to be in 3D for sure. There's no workaround for that. Okay, so let's launch Blender. Round and round and round and round and round. I am not going back. I am not returning. Sorry, I'm just renaming the file, opening it. Oh, didn't mean to close that, but that's fine. Making this my main display. Where's Streamlabs? Streamlabs. Okay. So why isn't it, what? Am I delusional? Why isn't it perfectly fitting to the... It should be in 4K resolution. Oh, because there's a little bar on top. Okay, okay, I get it. So, I haven't used Blender in like months. Let's delete the default cube. As, oh my goodness. I think. Why are we in edit mode? There we go, object mode. Okay. Blender.
So one of my favorite movies of all time is Interstellar, and ever since Project 8 look filmic view.
Oh wait, yeah.
First thing I'm gonna do is switch over to cycles, GPU compute, and I'm gonna lower my render samples to 128.
Cycles.
Then I'm gonna come down here to my color management.
Oh my goodness, I remember how fast this is. Oh my goodness, it goes so fast.
Cycles, GPU compute, and I'm gonna lower my render samples to 128. Then I'm going to come down here to my color management, and I'm going to switch my look to medium high contrast. And while you're here, you'll want to make sure that you're in the filmic view transformation. This is like a general rule for basically everything, but make sure that that is checked on. Then I'm going to come over here and delete the default light. And now, so for building the black hole, a black hole isn't really like an object, if you think about it, at least what we're seeing. What we see is the effect of light being bent so extremely that it can't escape. And so we need to simulate gravity affecting light. And the issue with that is that Blender considers light to be a perfectly straight line, because for 99.999% of all situations, it is effectively a straight line. So we need to make the straight light rays look like they're being bent. And the easiest way to do this is just a bunch of discrete iterations. For example, I just added this curved circle here, and you can see it looks like a circle, like a nice curve, but of course it's just a set of discrete straight lines
my leg is going to go.
that bend ever so slightly between them to look like they're curved. So that's how we're going to get away with it. So the way we're going to bend the light is we're going to create a bunch of nested spheres, and each of those spheres is going to bend the light a little bit, and that'll create the effect of light actually being bent around the world origin. And so if we tab into edit mode with our default cube selected, right click, subdivide, give this 9 cuts, then select everything and press Shift Alt S. This will let us use the 2 sphere transform to make this into a sphere. Tab out of edit mode, shade smooth, then add a subdivision surface modifier.
Oh my god.
And
Please,
just set this to 1.
Slow down,
can go
slow down.
Then select everything and press Shift Alt S. This will let us use the 2 sphere transform in a light. Right click, subdivide, give this 9 cuts, then select everything and press Shift Alt S. This will let us use the 2 sphere transform to make this into a sphere. Tab out of edit mode, shade smooth, then add a subdivision surface modifier, and just set this to 1. Then you can go ahead and apply this, tab into edit mode again, Shift Alt S, 2 sphere,
It's too fast.
and just set this to 1. Then you can go ahead and apply this, tab into edit mode again, Shift Alt S, to sphere. Make it a sphere again, and that's pretty good. Tab back out, and then we're going to rename this to shell. Then add in another cube, hide the shell, hop over into geometry nodes, and add a new geometry nodes modifier.
I've seen the warmth of touch. Sorry, I messed up the lyrics there. Round and round and round and round and round. I am not going back. I am not returning. I've grown out of this act.
Hop over into geometry nodes and add a new geometry nodes modifier. Now I'll grab my shell from up here and a transform geometry node and just set this up like that. I'm also going to scale this down by 0.8. Then I'm going to grab a geometry to instance node. Then I'm going to grab a geometry to instance node. I'll plug this into a duplicate elements node and then make sure this is set to instance. And I'm going to slide all of this on over. Now I'm going to grab an integer node and plug this in geometry to instance node. I'll plug this into a duplicate elements node and then make sure this is set to instance. And I'm going to slide all of this on over. Now I'm going to grab an integer node and plug this into the amount. And I'm going to set this to 64. This integer is going to control basically how many shells we have. And then in order to make this noticeable, because right now they're just all in the same space, perfectly overlapping each other, so we have to alter them a little bit. So grab a math node, set to divide, plug this in here, divide by 4.25, duplicate this again, plug the duplicate index, and
I'm sorry, I know it sounds slow, but like it goes too fast.
Shift D, set this to power, then plug this value into the base and set your exponent to 2.5. Now just grab an add node, and we're gonna add one to this. So now if we grab a scale instances node, plug this in, and we zoom out, you can see we have a bunch of nested shells.
Dang it, I did it wrong. Fuck.
And now the reason I used a power node here is because this lets us distribute the shells more compactly toward the center and further apart out here. Because if you think about it, the lens and I'm gonna
I did it wrong. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to chat either. You do that too? Damn. Fuck, I did it wrong.
set this to 64. This integer is gonna control basically how many shells add one to node, plug this in, and we zoom out. You can see we have a bunch of nested shells.
Okay, I think I start over. I don't know what I did wrong. Or I can hang on. Let's. There's the other black hole that I did do right partially. Where's my other Blender tab? I do not know what I'm doing wrong. But okay, I'm just gonna delete this. That's it. bring this over here. Oh, wait, it's sharing the screen? Interesting. Interesting.
And now the reason I used a power node here is because this lets us distribute the shells more compactly toward the center and further apart out here. Because if you think about it, the lensing of the gravity is going to be much more intense down here toward the center compared to out here. And so we want to have more shells, so we have a more realistic solution there. So that's why we have that. Then you're going to want to grab a realize instances node, click that into there, and actually while I'm at this, you're going to want to make sure to save your file, just in case things can get a little bit heavier during the process later, and I don't want you to lose your progress. Now we're just going to plug in a set shade smooth node, and a set material node, plug in like that, and I'll assign myself material over here. Now with that done, we can hop over into our shader editor, jump over to rendered view, and I'm actually going to hide our set of spheres. I'll also rename this to lens. So now in order to see the lens actually working, we need something for it to, well, to lens. So I'm going to add in sort of a stand-in accretion disk by adding in a circle, scaling this up a bit, pressing
Oh my god, even with it slowed down, I
to lens. So I'm going to add in sort of a stand-in accretion disk.
Okay, sorry. Circle.
By adding in a circle, scaling this up a bit, pressing ES to scale this out even further. And there we go. Give this a new...
Oh my god. Why don't you give me the numerical values that you scaled it by? Sorry.
Out even
You say a bit.
Up a
Oh wait, you
bit.
do. Wait.
By adding in a circle, scaling this up a bit.
By like okay, by like 7.
Pressing ES.
ES.
To scale this out even further.
8.4.
And there we go.
How does mine look different?
Give this a new material. Set this to an emission shader. Then I'm going to grab a checker texture. Set this to be a little bit darker. There we go. And I'm going to grab a texture coordinate node. So you don't really need to do this right now.
What am I doing wrong? Oh god! Oh fuck!
But and I'm gonna grab a texture coordinate node, a little bit darker. There we go.
Why isn't it darkening? Or why isn't the texture appearing? Oh, because I don't have it rendered.
And I'm gonna grab a texture coordinate node. So you don't really need to do this right now, but it'll speed things up later. I'm just gonna plug in the object coordinates, set this scale to something much lower, and I'm just gonna bring into node groups that
Bro!
will
Why does mine look different? Why does mine look different?
you're gonna need my plug. You don't really need to do this right now, but it'll speed things up later. I'm just gonna plug in the object coordinates, set this scale to something much set this scale to something much lower, and I'm just gonna bring into node groups that we're gonna need later, just that you guys can see them. You don't really need to know how they work, so I'm just gonna show you them and you can copy them directly. So I've just appended these two nodes here. And so I'm just gonna link these for free in the description. But this spherical coordinates node, what it does is it takes the object coordinates, which are in Cartesian, so you have your x, y, and z, and it converts them to spherical coordinates, which is your radius, your distance from the origin, your theta, which you can think of as like your angle above or below the horizon, and then there's this phi, which is like your rotation around the z-axis. And so then this Cartesian coordinates node just converts them back. Again, I'm going to link these in the description. There's not really anything here you have to understand. It's just converting a couple mathematical equations into like Blender nodes. So you can see if we plug these in directly, one for one. Then into here, we don't have any difference. But one little neat thing is that if we just grab a combine XYZ node and
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I know I'm not being entertaining, but it's stressful to work with Blender for me. It's stressful, I say. Stressful.
plug our radius, theta, and
Also,
phi.
lunch! 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 shoot, 436 SMH. But I'm happy you're eating at all, so I appreciate that nonetheless. But I hope you're taking care of yourself, Azriel. I hope so.
Into the X, Y,
How's that lunch? Lunch is like noon. Lunch is noon. It's almost dinner.
and Z respectively, and plug this in.
Why does mine look
And
different?
then we grab a math node and multiply our phi value. You can see we get this. It's like sort of radial texture, which can be pretty useful for visualizing.
Time does not have a hold on me. I just don't eat. He didn't eat breakfast. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Azrael. No. No.
Our black hole for now. So yeah, just download these in the description, and we're going to be using these later in our accretion disk too. So now we can click our lens back on, click onto here, and
I eat dinner around now. I ate lunch at like 1. At like. You're like my girlfriend eats dinner at like 2 a.m. She's insane. Don't. I'm not actually sorry. I don't mean to give the impression that I'm like punching you and like pow 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 pow. But like I just you skipped breakfast. You skipped breakfast. That's no good. That's no good. That's no good, I say.
analyzing our black hole for now.
Yeah, it is. It is a midnight snack. You're right. You're absolutely right.
So yeah, just download these in the description, and we're going to be using these later in our accretion disk too. So now we can click our lens back on, click on here, and click to our material that we have assigned. Delete the principled BSDF. Click to our material that we have assigned. Delete the
What?
principal.
Wait.
And click to our material that we have assigned. Delete the principled BSDF. And we're going to grab a shader. And now this IOR value, this controls how much the light
I don't know which material. Fuck. I'm angry. Okay, bye. Everything is normal. Everything. Materials.
lights go and wow, and click 2 hours. Our material that we have assigned. Enter control 1A hits the sphere. So if I set this to 1, we get no bending, but you'll notice we actually get this weird artifact of these dark lines. And the reason we're
Sorry. Wait. Fuck. I'm not reading chat. I'm so sorry. I'm out of it right now. Okay. It might cause me to wake up. I wake up around. Oh, it might. Oh, you wake up around 5 to 4 a.m. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, do people not wake that early or something? No. Uh, Usually people will wake up around like, not before sunrise. I guess.
getting that is because Blender by default is only set to calculate 12 transmission passes. And over here in our geometry nodes, we created 64 of these shells, and so we need to be able to calculate exactly double that amount. And so if we set transmission and total to 128,
Transmission total to one.
you can see that
Yeah, I already
resolves
did
the
that.
problem. Now, as we increase this IOR, it'll bend light more, but the thing is, we don't want the light to bend just evenly across every sphere. We want it to bend more intensely toward the center. So I'm going to grab a coordinates node and a vector math node, set this vector math to length, then plug the object coordinates into here. Then if we plug this into the IOR slot, grab a math node, set this to add 1, and you can see we're getting nothing, and that's because we have to do a lot more math to this real quick. So grab another math node, set this to subtract. Then we're just gonna multiply this again by a whole lot. I'm gonna go like 22, maybe a little bit more.
Your first alarm is for 3 a.m.? That's really surprising. Why? I mean, do you have a reason for? I know you have like insomnia, so like that could be a factor. Um,
And that looks pretty darn good to me. But now one thing you're gonna notice is that the center of our black hole isn't actually really black. And so
I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Ah! I'm going to literally. I want to rip my shirt in half and like, and then like, joke there, joke there. Arg, arg, arg. I was not created partially because of the sleeping pills, but I walk my dog in the morning at 5 to 6, about 2 miles, and I get back ready for school and sometimes eat. Now you're around 6 for sports in the morning. Oh, okay. Wow, look at you. You have like your own solid schedule. That's really awesome. I can really appreciate that. I wish that I could turn back time. 'Cause now the guilt is all mine. It can be tiring. Yeah, I know. I used to have a really strict schedule for myself that was like self-imposed, where I would like exercise every day and stuff. And so I relate. I don't do that anymore. But dude, these flies. I can't. I can't. Just another. Okay. How do I? I feel like I'm assigning. Oh wait.
What is of decide by our best to we agree on action planner or so that we click on the here and click
I think I get. I know what I'm doing wrong. The thing I'm doing wrong is that I have just another day, da 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 da, just another day, da 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 da. How do I?
on, click our lens back on,
Okay,
click
click the lens back on. One, two, three. Say with me in limousine. That's me. The world. So just don't touch the dial and stay here a while with me. Panic, outside, I'm manic. Fuck. Sorry. Dude, I'm like stressed out right now. Blender is like stressing me out. I know what I'm doing wrong, but I don't know how to fix it. Why is it's like stuck on the circle? Bro! Oh, I did it. I think so.
Click on to here, and we're gonna grab a refraction shader. And now this IOR value, this controls how much the light's gonna bend when it hits the sphere. So if I set this to 1, we get no bending, but you'll notice we actually get this weird artifact of these dark lines. And the reason we're getting that is because Blender, by default, is only set to calculate 12 transmission passes. And over here in our geometry nodes, we created 64 of these shells, and so we need to be able to calculate exactly double that amount. And so if we set transmission and total to 128, you can see that resolves the problem. Now, as we increase this IOR, it'll bend the light more, but the thing is we don't want the light to bend just evenly across every sphere. We want it to bend more intensely toward the center. So I'm going to grab a coordinates node and a vector math node. Set this vector math to length. Then plug the object coordinates into here. Then if we plug this into the IOR slot, grab a math node, set this to add 1.
I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my goodness.
And you can see we're getting nothing, and that's because we have to do a lot more math to do this real quick. So grab another math node, set this to subtract, and subtract 1. I'm going to be using a couple values that are going to seem kind of arbitrary here, by the way. These are not just random values I've selected. I've just done a lot of fine-tuning to this over the last couple of weeks. So if at any point you think to yourself that altering one of these values makes it look better, by all means do that. Again, this is a lot of my personal preference going into here, but it is also a lot of refinement. So it's not just
Okay, let's just start over.
complete. A lot of then here vector solves. But the thing is, we don't want the light to bend just evenly across every sphere. We want it to bend more intensely toward the center. So I'm going to grab a coordinates node and a vector math node.
Oh shit. Are you okay? Please attend to that. I'm sorry that I'm not reading chat. I wish there was like some way I could have notifications on for like a chat message. Yeah, please make sure you stop the bleeding and stuff. I hate those too. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry for not reading chat. I apologize.
Set this vector math to but the thing is, we don't want the light to bend just evenly across.
Tape. Okay. Okay. If you, I'm not gonna argue.
Every sphere. We want it to bend more intensely toward the center. So I'm going to grab a coordinates node and a vector math node. Set this vector math to length. Then plug the object coordinates into here. Then if we plug this into the IOR slot, grab a math node, set this to add 1, and you can can see we're getting nothing, and that's because we have to do a lot more math to this one. And you can see we're getting nothing, and that's because we have to do a lot more math to this real quick. So, grab another math node, set this to subtract, and subtract 1.4. I'm going to be using a couple values that are going to seem kind of arbitrary here, by the way. These are not just random values I've selected. I've just done a lot of fine-tuning to this over the last couple of weeks. So if at any point you think to yourself that altering one of these values makes it look better, by all means do that. Again, this is a lot of my personal preference going into here, but it is also a lot of refinement, so it's not just completely random selection. Now with that, we're going to set our power to minus 0.5. Come over here, set this to divide, and we're going to divide by our sort of like resolution amount, if you want to think about it, whatever we put into this integer slot. And so now we've got this effect. You can see it's like kind of working, but not really. The first
Okay,
thing
it's
we
working.
wanna fix is
In the
this
sense that it looks like the
weird
person's-
effect that's happening at the edges of all the spheres. So, let's grab ourselves a layer weight node and a color ramp. Plug the facing value into here. Set this blend to like 0.9.
Oh, buenos
and
días.
you can see what this looks like. It just looks
Somos creating un black hole. No sé cómo decir black hole en español, lo siento, pero hay algo. ¿Hay algo? ¿Qué es eso? Yo no sé. Hay algo que necesita hacer y eso es el black hole. Ahora.
like this. Like it just, and if you can see what this looks like, it just looks like this. And we're just gonna make the light intensity very small toward the edge. Plug this back in. So if we duplicate this, set it to multiply, and plug in our color ramp, then we can set it to multiply and plug in our color ramp. Then we can set this white value to something pretty high, pretty close. And you can see this has gotten rid of that weird edge effect. Now I'm gonna hop over here, and after my
Oh,
add
agujero
node,
negro.
I'm gonna
Gracias por
set
esto.
a power node to 2, because in real life mode, I'm gonna set rid of that weird edge effect. Now I'm gonna hop over here, and after my add node, I'm gonna set a power node to 2, because in real life, of course, it is a squared fall off as you get further away. Grab another math node. Set this to multiply. And I'm going to set this to 2.8. Now if you duplicate your power node, and we're going to have to set this to something smaller. I'm going to set this to 1.74. I found a value of like 1.7 to 1.8, so pretty good. Then we're just going to multiply this again by a whole lot. I'm going to go like 22. Maybe a little bit more. And that looks pretty darn good to me. But now the thing you're going to notice is that the center of our black hole isn't actually really black. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to add a regular old UV sphere, shade it smooth.
Really UV sphere. Smooth.
Shrink it down to something like 0.1. And we're just gonna add
One. Es un video de Tedo. De Tedo, yo pienso que es un segundo. ¿Dónde está mi Google Translate? Translate Google. Tedo. Here. Es un es un tutorial. Tutorial. Que ayúdame como
add an emission shader to it with a strength of 0, and that'll prevent those like erroneous sort of light bounces. And I do want to reiterate, by the way, this is like extremely realistic. This is basically how it's done by like the people who made Interstellar. Obviously they were using a special rendering engine, not just shells of glass. But yeah, this is an extremely realistic result. And I also want to add, before I go any
Oh my goodness. I apologize. I'm just like struggling to like really
further like credit where it's due, Excel, like the way this, and that'll add, shrink it down to something like
¿Cuántos años tiene Mar? 21. Soy 21.
0.1, and we're just gonna add an emission shader to it with a strength of 0, and that'll prevent those like erroneous sort of light bounces. And I do want to reiterate, by the way, this is like extremely realistic. This is basically how it's done by like the people who made Interstellar. Obviously they were using
¿Sabes cuántos años tiene mi amigo con Escocia? Oh, ¿cuántos? Oh, ¿es una pregunta? No sé, porque um, ¿sabes cuántos años tiene mi amigo? 32. Oh, wow. Eso es como más de 10 años de yo. Eso es muy interesante. Just another day, just another day. So why does mine look different?
Using this like pretty darn good to me. But now one thing you're smooth, we're gonna that the center of our black hole isn't actually really black. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add a regular old UV sphere, shade it smooth, shrink it down to something like 0.1, and we're just gonna add an emission shader to it with a strength of 0, and that'll prevent those like erroneous sort of light bounces. And I do want to reiterate, by the way, this is like extremely realistic. This is basically how it's done by like people who made Interstellar. Obviously, they were using a special rendering engine, not just shells of glass. But yeah, this is an extremely realistic result. And I also want to add, before I go any further, like credit where it's due, this lensing setup, I by no means am the person who came up with this. I do want to say, the person I learned about this from was Samuel Krug. You've maybe heard this channel, but I know he also heard about it from somewhere else. This has been around on the internet for a while now. Just want to make sure credit where credit is due. Now, one more thing I do want to add is I want to make a sharp sort of halo ring around my black hole. And to do that, again, we're going to grab our friend, the texture coordinate node, and a vector math node. Plug this into here, get the length again. Then grab a map range node. Plug this value into here. Then set your min. Plug this value into here. Then set your min value to 2 and leave your max at 1. And we're gonna plug this into the color slot on our refraction. And we're just gonna kind of
Vuelvo en un momento. Vuelvo en un momento. Yo necesito. Oh, ok. Adiós por ahora, pero cuando continuades.
artificially amplify the light fraction right here near the edge. And so in order to isolate that edge, we're going to set this to 2.37 for our min. And our from max is going to be 4. And just like that, you can see we have like this just beautiful halo effect. Yeah, it really is just amazing what Blender can do. I mean, this is just honestly amazing as is, but now we're gonna add in the accretion disk, and this thing is gonna be beautiful. And so now, before we actually do that, I'm gonna scale this down a bit, just to make the scale of.
I'm starting over. I'm starting over. I'm starting over. I can't handle this shit. It's too much. Ah! is it wrong? Why is it wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I'm ripping you. I'm ripping you to shreds.
And I asked you, I go like, am I overwhelming you? And you go like, no, you're all right. And then I overwhelmed you in like
No, because
10
I
seconds.
was overwhelmed by other shit, and it wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault.
Girl, it was me. It
No,
was
it
me.
wasn't. It wasn't.
Anyways, why were you ripping me to shreds?
Because I want to make the black hole again, but do it better this time, but the black hole is not black holing. It's like really bad.
What the black hole was like a 3D Blender project, right? If I remember correctly.
Oh, bye, Azriel.
Oh, you're streaming.
Yeah, I'm streaming.
Hello, chat.
You can't see the fucking purple icon on my Discord?
No, because the don't disturb overrides it, I think.
No, it doesn't.
It looks red to me.
It looks purple to me.
Then you're cringe. Anyways, maybe it's because my Discord didn't update. Maybe it's because you're not on Discord too. Maybe it's because you have the thingy to show
Bye,
what
bye,
you're doing.
Azriel. Bye, bye.
Also, I saw that more chatters were saying meow meow because I saw you were streaming and I entered the stream to leave a like and then I left because data. But I saw a chatter saying meow meow.
Yeah,
The ham palace.
yeah. I'm starting over.
What are you starting over?
The
What are you
tutorial.
starting? The what?
The tutorial.
What are you doing?
I'm making a black hole. I said it already.
I thought you said you were thinking of doing it, not that you were doing it.
Oh my god.
Is switch over to cycles, GPU compute, and I'm gonna lower my render samples to 128. Then I'm gonna come down here to my color management.
What do you think about one
And
of
I'm gonna
Rowan's favorite
switch
games
my-
being called? You know, like the fish.
What do I think of what?
Of one of Rowan's favorite games being called, like you know, the fish.
Let me check the chat.
Damn, you are not able to understand what I'm saying.
It's called Fish. What?
COD, like the franchise Call of Duty COD.
Oh,
That COD is a fish.
yeah. No, I get it. It's funny. Dude, I literally feel like there are spikes poking into my wrist. Not even from my hand hurting, it's just from stress. There's like spikes stabbing me everywhere. Stab, stab, stab.
My hand also hurts because I hit it with a wooden stick while I was walking
Okay,
over and over.
skill issue.
No, it was actually on purpose, so it was not a skill issue.
What?
Look to medium high
I got
contrast.
bored
While you're
and I was
here, you wanna
listening
make
to
sure that you're
music
in
and the
film
stick made a
transformation.
funny
This is
sound
like
when it
general
hit
rule
my
of basic
hand.
everything, but make sure that
So I
is on.
started
Then I'm gonna come over
hitting
here
my hand with the stick on the rhythm.
delete
And I started
the-
steaming by doing that, and now my hand hurts because I hit it too much and too hard.
You sound proud of yourself.
Yeah. I don't know why, but yes. I hadn't noticed.
Default light. And now, so for building a black hole isn't really like an object. If you think about it, at least what we're seeing, what we see is the effect of light being bent so extremely
Did
that
my
it can't escape.
Wi-Fi
And so we
die?
need to simulate
No, never mind. My Wi-Fi is here.
gravity affecting light. And the issue with that is that Blender considers light to be a perfectly straight line because for 99.999% of all situations, it is effectively a straight line. So we need to make the straight light rays look like they're being bent. And the easiest way to do this is just a bunch of discrete iterations. For example, I just added this curved circle here, and you can see it looks like a circle, like a nice curve, but of course it's just a set of discrete straight lines that bend ever so slightly between them to look like they're curved. So that's how we're going to get away with it. So the way we're going to bend the light is we're going to create a bunch of nested spheres, and each of those spheres is going to bend the light a little bit, and that'll create the effect of light actually being bent around the world origin. And so if we tab into edit mode with our default cube selected, right click, subdivide, give this 9 cuts, then select everything and press Shift Alt S. This will let us use the 2-sphere transform to make this into a sphere. Tab out of edit mode, shade smooth, then add a subdivision surface modifier, and just set this to 1. Then you can go ahead and apply this. Tab into edit mode again, Shift Alt S.
What did I do wrong now?
Sphere.
That one was longer than usual.
Tab out of edit mode.
Oh, I did shape smooth.
smooth. Then
I didn't
add a
understand.
subdivision
I didn't shape
surface
smooth.
modifier, and
You didn't what?
just set this to
Shape smooth.
1. Then
Shape
you can
smooth.
go ahead and
Smooth.
apply this. Tab into edit mode again. Shift Alt S to
My goodness.
I'm using the meme. I'm using your meme. Lesson 3. Communism. Red. There is an enemy on Deltarune Chapter 2, which I had to fight, which I think you would like. It's an enemy that to forgive it, all of the enemies need to have the same color, and you have to change their color by making them warmer or colder. So you can like talk about lava and stuff and they get warmer, and you can talk about like ice and they get colder. But like if Chris does it, it goes by 2 shades. But if the other character does it, it goes like by half a shade. I when when there when there was a color I wasn't sure how to place, I had to just guess. I had to throw it against a corner and just spray it went on the right direction. Like green. Is green a warm color, Maya? Is green a cold color? Where does green fit? I do not know. I just gave it random temperatures until it gave me one that I knew, and then I work out of that. Maya, why is your girlfriend in pain? I always pull the same muscle when I'm walking, and it's always annoying. I have to cook. I have to cook, and after I cook, I can eat, and after I eat, I can play Deltarune. But to cook, I need to do dishes. Freak. Oh, I could make French fries. Should I make some French fries? Okay, I'm going to make French fries if only because it means I need to clean less things.
I'm going to take my anxiety meds.
Okay.
I did this before. I don't know why I can't do it again.
You forgot something, but it's okay. You will learn again, and next time is going to be even easier to know to do it. You are schizophrenic.
Sphere, purposeful fog cube selected.
Why am I dying?
Right click, subdivide, give this 9 cuts. Then select everything and press Shift Alt S. This will let us use the 2-sphere transform to make this into a sphere. Tab
Human.
out of edit
I
mode,
remember your
shade
genocide.
smooth.
My
Then
brother has a
add
very special
a
attack.
subdivision surface
My brother has an
modifier,
attack.
and
My brother.
just set this to 1. Then you can go ahead and apply this. Tab into edit mode again. Shift Alt S to sphere. Make it a sphere again, and that's pretty good.
You're back. Yay. Hello. I just watched a video that was like that meme over and over for like 6 minutes. So it's like stuck on my head. And I find it really funny. Music. I like music. You should like music too. You sounded so far away. Did you stand on the other corner of the room to say that?
No.
Oh, now you sounded just. Now you didn't sound far away. You just sounded quiet. Anyways, fine, fine. I'm going to make. I'm going to do the dishes. At least one of them. If I Because the water is cold, I will probably do the rest tomorrow when I shower again. Because that way the water will be hot and I won't suffer. I'm a smart girl. I like this. Oh, this gift is my favorite.
Add a sphere, tab out of edit mode, shade smooth, then add a subdivision surface modifier, and just set this to 1. Then you can go ahead and apply this, tab into edit mode again, shift alt S to sphere, make it a sphere again, and that's pretty good. Tab back out, and then we're going to rename this to shell. Then add in another cube, hide the shell, hop over into geometry nodes, and add a new geometry nodes modifier. Now I'll grab my shell from up here.
With an axe,
and
Maya.
a
With an axe.
transform geometry node. And
You
just set
murdered
this up
them.
like that. I'm also gonna scale this
You buried them in the hole. You
by
made them
0.8.
there. I don't remember the whole thing. I'm sorry.
Down. Well, 8. I'll plug this into a duplicate elements node and then make sure this is set to instance. And I'm going to slide all of this on over. Now I'm going to grab an integer node.
I know this so
and
well that
plug
I
this
fucking
into the
am going
amount.
ahead.
And
Going
I'm gonna
ahead,
set
I'm
this
going
to
ahead.
64.
Real.
64.
This
And then
integer
add math
is
node.
gonna
Add a math
control
node. Add the
basically
math
how
node.
many
Combine math
shells
nodes.
we have.
You're going insane watching a tutorial.
And then in order to make this noticeable, because right now they're just all in the same space, perfectly overlap each other. So we have to alter them a little bit. So grab a math node,
Grab a math node.
set to divide. Plug this in here. Divide by
2.25. Yes, I know.
4.5.
She knows.
Duplicate this again. Plug the duplicate
knows quantity.
index and this value into here like that. Shifty, set this to power. Then plug this value into the base and set your
1.7.
exponent to
Fuck.
2.5.
2.5. Knew it. Trust.
You knew it.
Now just grab an add node, and we're gonna add one to this. So now if we grab a scale instances node, plug this in, and we zoom out, you can see we
I
have
didn't-
a bunch
ah!
of nested shells.
What did I do wrong?
I want to make a joke.
And
but I
now
cannot
the
think of
reason I used
I'm going to stop.
You can try a different tutorial.
No. Because I did it before.
Maybe this tutorial is making you do it in a different way. Like feeding you misinformation. Even.
The lens show.
Can you make an object that looks like it's being observed to a fish eye lens without giving that same effect to the rest of the image? Is that possible? I think it is.
Like selective, I don't understand. Like selectively, why wouldn't that be possible?
Maya, how many degrees of separation are there between dishes and fish?
Dishes?
Yeah, between dishes and fish.
Just one by their pronunciation.
Insane. I hadn't thought of that because pronunciation in English is made up by lunatics. I was thinking of dishes need to be cleaned with water, water, sea, fish. That was what I was doing. But yours is faster. Gosh dang it. Um, you know who is faster though? Sonic the Hedgehog. He's fast as fuck, boy. fine, I'm going